Hello, 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 hello to a midlife models chat.
Chat
Chat
after dark, innit?
after dark.
After
Yeah, yeah,
dark.
yeah. Hopefully we're joined by Brian and Sean. I've sent them a link, but it was a little bit late. We're absolutely exhausted. We'll explain why in a few minutes, but we're absolutely. I think it's fair to say you try to ban me for saying knackered.
Knackered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Knacker's yard, definitely.
We're absolutely knackered. So, as you can see, I'm delighted to be joined by Mos from Mos6510 Models. Um,
No choice, really. I'm staying here.
you think?
You think? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we've been down today to Martin's house. A little sad that it's the first visit that I've made to Martin's been to my house plenty of times, but not vice versa. And it's the first time I've been down there. And since Martin's obviously passed away, we were invited by the family to go down and give some assistance. And Moz has done a cracking job with helping the family out with the plastic kits. Me and Brian went down to sort out, excuse me, the diecast, and we've secured the informational material, the books that Martin had. So I've got them up here. Verna made us all bacon sandwiches. She was lovely when she made.
Honestly, it was like, yeah, we were. Well, the hospitality was second to none, was it?
Yeah.
There was nothing she could do. As soon as I turned up and she spotted me outside the window, and she had me in, feeding me coffee.
Yeah. I think she's going to lock you. It was a bit like Hansel and Gretel.
It was a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
No, I've got you. You're not going.
That's it. Yeah. You know, when we had a really good chat, and it's safe to say the word heartbroken will be used for many, 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 many a day.
Yeah.
Weeks ahead. And there was that sense. And we are all genuinely heartbroken. And but it was.
Well, put a shirt on, Sean.
Put a shirt on. Can you hear us? I don't think he can hear us, can he?
No. Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
No. Right. I don't think he can hear us.
No.
No, he's gone again. He had this trouble last time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's raw.
Yeah.
We met his son Sean, who just popped in then, and his I'm assuming fiance, because I think they're getting married, aren't they, or something? Yeah. Or
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, and it was hard.
Yeah.
There was tears shed, and hugs were shared, and it was like, it is. It's the end of an era in this hobby, whether it's metal and and I sat in his chair, and you could sit there and you could see where he filmed. Even the camera stand was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you can see where he produced his models, his videos. I didn't see the magic we're about, but I presume that had already been given to a family member. But the extraction system was there, where he used to put the models in for when they would put into caustic soda. You see where he would spray those kits up. the you know the amount of Tamiya paints and high coat spray cans that were there. It was yeah, it was it was very moving.
You could expect him to walk in at any moment.
Oh yeah, well that was the thing,
so it was left.
I'm not trying to just be like melodramatic because I'm not, but you sat there and it was like the voices, oh, I'm just going to grab a bit of Super Duper and put that on, and it was like that.
Yeah.
And now I was clearing out his shed, but it wasn't just one shed, was it? There was shed and shed and shed.
Yeah.
So,
so the setup was Martin.
Yeah.
Well, for those that follow Martin weekly, he had announced that he was in the process of creating a clean shed, a dirty shed, a storage shed, etc., etc. We want to look at the shed mainly that he's always worked in.
Yeah.
And he got 3 others at the time.
Yeah.
Werner got a workshop.
Yeah, with a sewing machine, and I thought that was wonderful seeing that.
There was a shed full of, when I say full, we mean full.
Yeah, we do mean full.
We do mean full of plastic kits and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it was like, I thought we finished one shed, or there's another shed here full of stuff. Yeah. And that's not including all the part wax.
No.
All the part wax that were there.
And then we had a look in the front room and stuff, because the times we said that each of those cars was a video.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. In the front room, in his room where he used to sit and live stream from, because he never used to sit in his shed. It'd be too cold for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we put the light on, all the reference material. This was talk about in the shed. He had, on the wall was reference material, and I took a picture because I got to take a picture because this was when you sat in his chair. That, I know you can see that on the screen. You can see there's my stickers there, the Outlaw Paint stickers, were all showing up, and he had little reference materials around. It was enlightening, really, to see. So it was very good. Hello, Sean.
Hello, boys.
You can hear us. Good lad.
I can hear him now.
So for those that don't know, this is Sean. This is Martin's stepson, who met us down at Martin and Werner's house today and was helping us out. So we went down to meet up with the family, with Sean and Michelle, Werner.
I believe.
And it was a very emotional for all of us, not especially Michelle, and Werner, because
I had to take my missus home in the end.
Yeah.
It was too much. It was too much for her.
Yeah. Because
but it's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah. We got things accomplished today.
Yeah. Martin was helping Michelle to move on some of her father's plastic kit builds. Plastic kits, sorry. And Mos went down there and they were able to sort something out. So that was good. But it was highly emotional for Michelle, because it's a part of her life, and her dad's stuff like as it was with Martin. So Michelle's had a double whammy. She lost her own dad, and then lost Martin as well. So it was it's been a tough day, but hopefully we went down there with a gentle hand. That's how I best put it, really. And the family were great. So thanks Sean, thanks Michelle, and of course Werner. And so we've
So what we're chatting about then? Models, yeah.
no, well,
It's a bit of an open house, really.
It's an open house, but
if anyone's had any questions, if any others want to pop on, they can.
Yeah.
It's up to them.
Usually ask it. People usually ask in the chat. That's what it's all about.
Because
so
I know Martin was my stepdad, blah blah blah, and all that, and everybody thinks, oh, Sean's just. But I make models too.
Yeah.
I'm more Moses. I do airfix kits.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have built. Actually, I've built some really nice ones. They're over there on the unit, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mos today about that 1/32 scale Revell Mosquito.
Mosquito, yeah, with the twin engine, yeah.
But you only get one engine.
Yeah.
The other one is just like an empty cowling with a free spinning prop.
Yeah.
But one side you get an open engine compartment, and you have to make the engine. And to be honest, that kind of befuddled me a little bit, because I was all right at making airplanes, airfix kits, because I've made since I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then you've got to make an engine to go in the airfix kit. And I'm like, well, how do you do this then? So I painted it black. And I tried to do like the exhaust pipes and stuff. And it looked a bit, how can I put it? It looked a bit like a toy. And I didn't want it to look like a toy. So I took it to Martin. I took it to Martin and I went, Martin, I want this to look like a proper model. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he taught me about dry brushing.
Yes.
And techniques. And when I'd finished it, I looked at it and I thought, do you know what? That looks like a proper model engine, man. And I put it inside the Mosquito, and it sits there now. All I've got left to do, Mos, is put the canopies on and the propellers, and that's it. It's finished.
Yeah. So while we've got Mos here, if anybody's got questions for Mos, it's a Mos-centric kind of event. Well, we've done it on the M.L.M. channel. So by all means, knock your socks off. Evening to, if I apologise if I've not said already. Evening to everybody in the chat. Good to see everybody. Sean, if you've got any questions about modelling, while we've got Mos here, you can ask him, obviously.
Well, no, it's good. It's good that now I've got a new friend that makes airfix kits. So when I get stuck, it'll be like, Mos, I need help.
Yeah. I'm just too far away to do it for you, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of this thing. The old FaceTimey thing, mate. You know what I mean? We can just say, look at this, and I can show you it on my phone, and you can tell me what to do.
Yeah.
What have I got? I'll tell you what I have got. It's my next kit that I'm going to build. And Michelle bought it for me for my birthday last year. And it's a Lancaster bomber, but it's the Dam Buster Special Edition with the one with the bouncing bomb on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm going to build that.
Kit, that.
Pardon?
Lovely kit, that.
I'm hoping so, because that's my next thing on my hit list to do. Oh, and also I've got a jet plane that Martin helped me pick. It's black with yellow stripes on the wing. I think it's a Hawk Trainer jet. I think it's the one where the canopy's got the little decals that you have to put on the canopy. They're like wiggly wire. Do you know the one I mean? With the wiggly wires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that to build as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I've got about 30 kits up there to build. But I will get there.
That Dam Buster's got a lovely scheme, because it's like 2/3 of it is black, and then all you've got is like the top top third section of the fuselage is camo, and then the top of the wings, but the rest of it's black.
I think
you do all right with that.
it's
Lovely.
it's a Revell kit, isn't it, darling?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a Revell one.
Yeah, the Dustbuster one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said it was Airfix.
No, I think it's the
I've not
Revell
built
one.
the Revell one. I've only built the Airfix one. Is it in a blue box or a red box?
A blue box.
Yeah, that'll be Revell.
It's a nice looking kit, though.
Yeah, I've never built that one. I've always built the the Airfix one.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to building it, and I'll sort of post some pictures, and you can see how I get on.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also, I've got a 1/32 scale Airfix Messerschmitt 109 that Martin gave me, because he knows that I like the bigger models. The 1/72 is okay, but my eyesight's not very good, so I do struggle a little bit with them.
Yeah.
But the 1/32 scales, I can seem to get along with them a bit better. But the trouble is, where do you put them when they're built? Because they're all so big, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't really buy all this 1/32, 1/48, to do with size. For me, if you're building 1/72, you're going to have less parts and they're going to be small parts. But if you're doing a 1/32 scale one, you're going to have a lot more parts and they'll be just as small because you're having more detail in it. But I'm not quite convinced with the argument that you've got. I understand 1/72 is very small, and the parts are small. But then when you're doing a 1/32 scale or 1/48, those parts are just as small on those kits, but you've got more of them on a 1/32 scale, if you know what I mean. I'll confess, I've shied away from building a 1/72 scale for a while, and my weapon of choice now is 1/48 with a plane. But saying that, though, I've just come across these Tamiya 1/48 tanks. I can't get enough of them.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing a 1/35 Jagdpanzer Marder 1, got tiny little bits in, to little hooks and stuff, and little round hooks, little eyelets to fit on the side of the tank. The parts are exactly the same if you build a 1/48. There's just more of them in a 1/35. Normally, see, like on that Marder, those little ring eyelets you put on the side, because it's 1/35 scale, that you have to put them in. But on a 1/48, they'll either not be there or they will already be molded into the plastic.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't stress too much on scale. 1/72, if you want to build a good collection of planes, put into a small size, 70 is the way to go. If you've got a bit more space, you've got that width. It's not the length of the shelf; it's always the width of the shelf. 1/48 will probably be your better bet than 1/32. And they take twice as long to do as well. So say 1/72 plane, you can build that in 2 hours, paint it up, and get it all done, decaled and everything in 5 or 6 hours over a few days. 1/48, you would double that, and then 1/32, you double that again, and then 1/24, you double that again, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it is definitely like that. Is he back? Is he sure?
No. Where is that? Yeah, okay.
Is that him? Yeah, there he is. He's back in the room.
Lost you for a minute there.
Yeah.
No, my phone went a bit wappy.
Yeah. But do you understand what I'm saying? It's I wouldn't stress too much on scale. If you
I just
can
like the
build,
bigger bits.
I get that, but you get big bits in 48 as well.
I can't wait to see when you build that boat, Mos.
Yeah, that'll probably be.
That's going to be immense, man. That is going to be immense.
I was thinking about it today actually. With my backlog already, it'll probably be in about 18 months' time. that'll probably be about 18 months' time when I finally get that.
And that
Because it's a
fire
big
engine
build,
thing.
I'm going to have to clear out a big space. And I'm still working on that that Mustang, aren't I? That one, that
die-cast one.
That 1/6 scale die-cast. I've got to finish that off first. And once that's done, I may have space to do the to do that boat.
Did you get my the silver aeroplane with the red tail?
How many parts have you? Are you waiting for now?
It's all here now. It's just all here now. Just got to put it all together.
Smurfy's going to get.
Case that when I get it down from the bedroom, it takes up the whole of the workbench, and I haven't got that workbench on the right anymore because that's all got with 3D resin bits, the 3D resin printers.
Smurfy's getting one of the models that are made with a bit of help from Martin, and it's one that I was particularly proud of. No, the one with the red tail, the Mustang with the red tail. Silver. You know, do you remember the film? They made a film about the. Yeah, that's the one. About the Negro.
Oh, the red tails.
The red tails. I built the aircraft, man, with a little help from Martin. So I've got it here now. Smurfy's just got it for me off the shelf. Oh, yeah. So if you can see it, can you see that?
That's perfect. Yeah, that's 1/72.
You see?
Yeah.
1/72.
And this is all. This was before I got my airbrush, so it's all painted just with a brush.
Yeah.
And it was with a bit of help from Martin, because when you get stuck, like them decals there, can you see them decals on the propeller? Oh, mate, they was difficult. They're so tiny. But yeah, I was quite proud of that one. It's come out quite well, isn't it? Sure. Considering it's brush painted.
I think if you just get the enjoyment after building them, that's sort of the. If you're doing them for yourself.
Yeah.
You're always going to get picked to pieces if you're doing it for a show.
Yeah.
But it's the same as with the die-cast. I mean, there isn't a predominantly die-cast show that we can go to show off models.
No, that's something which I think needs to. I still think that restoring die-cast is a taboo subject.
Yeah.
And until that gets broken, that will never change. I think, and I've said this on many occasions, I just don't see why the likes of Corgi and Matchbox don't just start doing blank canvas kits. So you get the wheels, the chassis, the seats, the glass, the bare metal, and then you decide what colour you want it. Or give you a choice of plastic wheels in it. And then you go away, and instead of rivets in the bottom, you end up, the axles come all told and that. You screw the base in. And I think there are car kits out there, but not in 1/43 scale and not in 1/60th?
1/64.
1/64.
Yeah.
But if I was in charge of Hornby, I would say, why don't we do, instead of us finishing them, because I think when it comes to die-cast, I think the money is in the finishing. But if you're able to, because they've still got all the tool in there, do kits where it all comes in, and instead of the where the rivet goes in, they thread it for you, and they give you a screw.
Yeah.
You could then do your own. You could paint your own seats. You could do what you want with them.
I think if you did them
Make
in
like custom cars. You could make custom cars and stuff. That would be really
Yeah, well,
cool,
that's
wouldn't
it. But and then you can start showing them off. Well, actually, you'll end up probably showing them
it?
off at a model show.
yeah. I mean, the thing with the 143 scale is you get more detail. It stands out more.
Yeah.
We talked about scale because you weren't available at the time.
Yeah.
We was talking about scale at the
Yeah.
weekend and how much definition do you lose
Yeah.
by dropping down?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
if
no,
you
going up, you mean? So you get smaller. Yeah. Going up the
going up
scales.
to get
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah. That second number, the bigger the second number after the one,
The
the
smaller the model.
it's.
Yeah.
So
Moz, you've got that 124 Stuka to build, man. That's going to be huge.
which one?
The one of Michelle's dad's, the 124 scale Stuka.
I've got two of them in my stash already. That one.
That's going to be massive,
I
man.
have one. The trouble with 124 for me is, what can I say? I've got the Messerschmitt BF109 that I'm finishing off at the moment. I've got the Hurricane in 124 already built, and that takes up the space of about 12 models.
Yeah, they're massive, aren't they? But what I like about them bigger scale kits is the level of detail is so higher. Instead of just a little blob where the fire extinguisher is going to be in the cockpit, you get like a proper fire extinguisher. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
that's
like
what
all that. I think that's great.
I understand that, but there's more skill in making that smaller fire extinguisher look lifelike at that smaller scale than it is having a big one. When I did that tank, when that Tamiya tank and it had the fire extinguishers in, just getting that bloody decal to be perfect. So I had to paint it red, do the black line, and then put that decal in to make it look like a fire extinguisher. There was more pleasure in doing that than just a size like that and then putting a decal around it. That's where the skill's at, I feel.
You've often said that parts are made for the sake of making parts when they could have been moulded onto the.
Yeah. Oh well, one of my gripes with Mini Art is that you can buy their Jeeps. They've got a few Jeeps there. Well, they're not called Jeeps, are they? They're American issue vehicles, 4-wheel drive things. And there are parts in it which you could mold it in one piece, and they've molded it in 5 pieces that you've got to glue together. That engine, it's got about 8 or 9 pieces, and really you could have molded that in 3.
Yeah, but then, to be fair, if you make a moulding in one piece instead of 5 pieces, you lose a little bit of enjoyment for the builder of actually putting it all together, because you might as well just build Lego. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
There is a point to that, but I still maintain, and if you speak to a lot of modelers, that if you could mold it in one piece, and it's to the extreme. And the worst thing is that once you've built that engine and put it in and put the bonnet down, you'll never see that engine again.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you could eventually take it to an extreme where your model kit comes in 4 pieces that you just glue together and go, oh, look, I've built that now. And then there's no fun. Because there is the fun in building that engine as a separate unit, like I did in that Mosquito that you will find. You build the engine as a complete separate unit, and then you fit it into the model. Well, they could have molded that into the wing of the model, but it wouldn't be as much fun, would it? You've got to factor in the fun factor of doing it. If that makes sense.
It makes sense, but that's not. Yeah. Okay. I don't, like I said, with that mini art one. That was what we were saying, is that what you could. It was extreme. It was like about 5 or 6 people. It was for like the fan separate to the thing, and we when you're building something that small, there was no need for it to be in so many
Oh
pieces.
no, Mos, I do understand what you're saying
Yeah,
about how they can overcomplicate it,
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not I'm
but
not against.
you
Uh,
can't
you know,
oversimplify it either, because what you'll end up with is
but that
Airfix
wasn't what I
quick
was
build.
saying.
Do you know what I mean?
That's, you hit the nail on the head. It's overcomplicating it, and
Yeah,
that does take the joy out of it.
yeah,
And that's what I say. I'm not saying that you can't, but like that engine was in so many ridiculous pieces. It was only that big, and you could have easily have molded that in 2 or 3 pieces. And when I did the video on it, the review on it, the amount of people who agreed with me and said, yeah, it is overcomplicated
yeah,
for what it is.
yeah,
And that could take a little bit of the enjoyment out of it as well, because
yeah. No,
you
I
know
understand. Oh
the
no, I
majority
understand what you're saying.
the majority of
Because
us
sometimes
modelers, the
when I've got
majority.
the tweezers out and I'm trying to put all them fiddly little things together, and I say to the missus, "This is doing my head in, man." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's taking the enjoyment out of it, then, isn't it?
Yeah, but to be fair, also, if you went too far the other way and oversimplified it, then there would be no fun in building it. If you
Well,
know
yeah,
what I mean.
because for
I think
me
there's
the
a
fun
balance, isn't
is
there? There's got to be a balance.
well, for me the fun in building scale model kits is the painting and the weathering and getting it looking as lifelike as possible. I could
Oh,
spend I could spend twice as long on one part painting it, giving it texture, dry brushing it, and get more pleasure from that than having to spend 3 hours putting it together.
yeah,
You
I
know,
understand
yeah.
that. But for me, I mean, I like the painting, and I kind of paint as I'm going along, if you know what I mean.
So
And
you also
but
got
I
to
do like the actual glue it together. So you start with a box of bits, and you end up with a model aircraft, and you built it yourself. And it's the building, not just the painting. The painting is part of the building, but there is the actual cut it out, clean it up, make sure it all fits properly, glue it together, paint that bit, put that bit into that bit, do the next bit, and it's like the process, if you know what I mean. The actual building of it. That's where the fun comes for me, not just the painting. I do like the painting. Don't get me wrong. I've got my airbrush, my little compressor, and all that. But it's the actual cutting it out, and as you called it today, the settling to make sure it all fits together just nicely. So I do like the actual building part.
Mm. Fair enough. As I said, it's I wasn't I'm not for the simple it. I just want it to fit, and and yeah, overcomplicating it is what we're against, and that's what I find with a lot of mini art kits. They are over, and I think that's why if you look at the likes of Airfix, Revell, Tamiya, they got the balance right, and then you've got the likes of mini
Yeah.
art who like to overcomplicate things.
You see, I don't know about these Mos. I don't know about these kits. I've only got Airfix and Revell. They're the only kits I've ever built, because that's what's for sale in my local hobby shop, if you like.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So
But
some
then
of
that's
these
what I'm
other
trying to
kits,
get at. That's what I'm just saying. When you overcomplicate kits like so many art do, and if you want a 1/32 scale kit that's full of wonderful detail, fits amazingly, and has got bits that are simplified in their kit, it's Qatari, the new Spitfires that they brought out. That's
I've
the
never
ultimate
even heard
kit.
of these.
And they've
I've
got
never even heard of these kits, man.
yeah. That's
What
what I
I
mean.
find,
Yeah, but what I'll do is I'll send you up a mini art kit, and then when you ring me back and say, "Moz, you're right," overcomplicated too much, and you'll
No, no,
understand
no,
what I'm
no,
coming from.
mate. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not. You know much more than I do. All I know is I find I'll build Airfix and Revell.
Yeah.
The Airfix kits pretty straightforward, nice instructions, easy to follow. Job done. You end up with a nice model. The Revell kits, I find the parts are good and the build is good, but the instructions are not great. They're just not great,
Yeah.
especially the paint codes and things like that, where it says mix 154 with 137 and you'll end up with this. And it's like, what's going on here? And I find the instructions on the Revell kits a lot more difficult to understand. I don't know about you, but it's just the way I've found it. I've just kind of muddle through and struggle along.
Yeah.
I guess you've also got to think about your level of expertise.
Oh, definitely.
Because if you're going to, you're starting off at 8, 9 years old,
Yeah.
you're looking at a more basic kit than you are,
Yeah.
because they're age bracketed, aren't they?
No, they're skill
Or
levels.
skill
Levels, yeah.
skill level,
And also, and also you've got, when it says starter set from Airfix, that they have simplified the kit.
Yeah.
The brand new tooling. There's none of this. You get a tooling of an old Beetle and just put some paints of it. When they do that, when it's a more complex kit, they call them a gift set. That's when they start to do that. But when it's starter sets, it is very much like that,
Yeah, I think for younger people, I think Airfix is the way to go, especially them starter kits where you get a brush, a bit of glue, and some paints and a kit, and you can proper make the model just with what's in the box. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Some of them Revell kits, even when they say skill level 2, they're actually, if you was a younger person that had never done it before, I think you would really struggle with one of them,
The thing is that the skill level on Revell kits does mean nothing about your skill level. Their level system doesn't say skill; it just says level. It goes by how many parts is in the box. So level
Right.
1 has very few parts. Level 2 has more parts. Level 3 is a lot of parts, and level 4 is fucking hours, lots of parts. So
I think
so
that
don't look
Lancaster
at that.
bomber.
But
I
they
think my
do.
Lancaster is level 4, man. I'm not looking
Yeah,
forward to that now. Moz, you're putting me off.
no, but it's because of the part count. It's because of the part count. Your mosquito, your 132nd mosquito was a level 4 because of the part count.
I really enjoyed building that,
Yeah, it's a level 4.
but it's a
Or maybe even
beautiful
level
model.
5, actually, because level 5 is the most part. I think anything 132nd is level 5. It's nothing to do with skill level with them. It's to do with how many parts is in it.
That is
Because
a real.
actually, level 1 kit from Revell is
Yeah,
like their click build. They're snap fit bit kits. There's no need for glue. That's their
right.
level 1. When you have to start using cement with parts, that's level 2. And then if when it goes up to level 3, level 4, level 5. So that's level 1 for Revell is their snap fit kits, I think.
I would say for anybody that's got a bit of plastic kit experience, that Revell Mosquito 132nd scale is an absolutely beautiful kit. The
Sorry, which one?
detail
I
on
didn't
it,
hear that.
the detail on it is amazing.
132 mosquito.
The mosquito.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's a beautiful kit. It fits together perfectly. You've got that engine that you can build separately and put in
yeah,
the propellers, the little men that sit in there. Everything about it. It's just I really, really enjoyed. But the undercarriage
yeah,
was, oh mate, all the springs and all the little bars and everything, and you paint them. And I did Martin's dry brushing technique. And when it was finished, I glued them to the underside of the wings, and I thought to myself, do you know what? They look the business, man.
You wait till you build them.
Martin also told me that little tip of getting a file to the bottom of the tyres so they don't look, because otherwise they look too round. Are you with me?
Yeah, they mowed them now. That's what I mean. All the newer tooling, they actually mowed the bulge and keep them flat on the bottom.
Because
now.
yeah,
They do that now.
that mosquito kit didn't. It just had round tyres, so you have to you just rub a file along the bottom to make it look bulgy where it's like parked on the airfield. That was another little tip.
Yeah.
I love little tips like that. Little tips like that, just they make the model from good to great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just going back to Darren H's comment there. Totally agree, Mos. Mini art kits are far too complicated, especially with the PE added to X. Exactly, mate. You know, and like I've said, you know, my biggest gripe in scale modelling is that too many manufacturers compromise plastic with PE. You know, it should be a choice whether you use a PE part or a plastic part. You shouldn't compromise yourself using plastic when you've got to use PE. I totally get that.
What's PE? I don't understand.
Photo etch. It's photo etch
Oh,
part.
yeah. Oh, God, Martin was playing with bits like that. I remember. He was doing engine parts with photo etching.
Yeah.
He had some bits made for one of his models. I can't remember which one it was. I know what you're on about now. It's all right. I just didn't know what he was on about. That's all.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Some kits are very overcomplicated. John Hatwell with your Tamiya. Yeah, you do well with that, mate. Like I said, just use a little bit and let capillary action into the gap, mate, and then just clamp it and it will all glue together fine. That Tamiya extra thin, mate, is Tamiya extra thin, mate. It's good. It is good.
Somebody just put, Sean, do you fancy a 30-second scale P51 to build?
Give him the mini art one.
I'd love I love the P51s. Because that's what I've got here right now. I just showed it to you, didn't I? That's a P51 Mustang.
Yeah.
The one I made. And I loved it. I'd like to build a bigger one. I have to admit, I would like to build a bigger one. But the thing is, what do I do when it's built? Where do I put it? Because the old lady will, if I start filling up the bedroom with these big ass models, she's going to kill me. You know that, innit?
Which was that? Ian Huddy's made a good point. I think you're right, Ian. But would there be pleasure in would you have the same pleasure if the card came as a blank canvas? So the card came, no paint on the metalwork, choice of axles, choice of wheels, the opportunity of painting up the internals, the seats, and maybe a little bit of some decals that you can lay on top of your paint, maybe decals for the what do you call it, the dashboard. Would that help die casting, and would that then take away, or would that start to remove the?
Are you getting too close to being a?
Yeah, but you're doing it all in die casting, you see.
Yeah, well, you got your white metal, haven't you?
You got your white metal, but I was just wondering whether or they give you it and then you can decide how you sticker up or decal up.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got like,
what if they release the kit? What if they release the kit of, say, I don't know, a 57 Chevrolet in a stock build, but they included extra parts. So if you wanted, you could make it to look like something out of the old Street Machine magazine. So you could get, like, I don't know, stickers with flames on it and big chrome mag wheels or something like that.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
That's what I've been saying. That's our value, mate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like I'm saying, when you restore the diecast, they class them as code 3, and it is a bit of a taboo subject. You know, it's frowned upon that you've taken a corgi car to bits. So, but then you don't have model shows where you show off your restorations. But I'm saying that if Corgi or even Matchbox say, "Oh, here's the kit, you do it as you please," would that work, or would that go against their ethos? Because they want to release you a kit that's already been done, and all you do is collect it and leave it in a box. Do you see what I
To
mean?
be fair, I don't know why they say these things, because some of them models that Martin restored are actually better than when they was originally released. His result was better than the original model.
See what? That's what I do with. I mean, when we did this one, we keep bringing this one back, like, but
Yeah,
that was a. I mean, that's code 3 gone to its
extreme.
its
Yeah,
extreme. I mean, that was just a bog standard yellow BMW.
yeah,
So that's what I'll do on my channel. It's moving to refreshed.
yeah,
So I've already replaced the wheels.
yeah. That's 143rd, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, for me, I'm going to be really sucker punch here. That to me, I would have spent more time and used a 2K and glossed the hell out of this and made it proper show and shine. I understand that, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that you know, when you go into it deep, how far would you go with it? But if you had a blank canvas and it came, you could do all that all you like, couldn't you? But this is a great finish. Don't get me wrong. This is the finish.
You're still going to do that to the level of your.
Is that one of Martin's?
No, it's mine.
It's Paul's. PJ's. But yeah, you got your DMFC. Yeah, it was. It's done absolutely marvelously. You know.
But you still do it to your level of capability.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you could develop that as well, isn't it? You know, as I said, the 2K is a game changer when it comes to varnishing, but also it's an ass to do, and it's dangerous because you've got to mix your hardener with the varnish as well, and you go on it. We put a mist coat on it, then you go over it really wet. Then get whatever you can, a plastic cover, leave it on there, and then let it go. And then when you then finish with it, it is like a showroom gloss. It's like it's been buffed. Yeah, it's like it's had tea cut all over it and gone back to So yeah, but I just what's that? Lucas Scale customers would love a die cast. Yeah, exactly. And I think why they've never done it, and no one's really done it. I'm talking manufacturer, as in Corgi, Dinky, Matchbox, Barago. They don't do it, do they? But I expect their business model is that if they produce a red one year, they want you to buy a blue one next year.
Yep, and then a green one the year after, and that's how they make their money, mate.
There's only one way to do it.
Yeah,
that's to trial it.
To trial it, yeah. And they've never done it.
No. I mean, look how well the Hot Wheels, the European Hot Wheels are selling.
They're selling amazingly well, aren't they? Yeah. But then this is what Airfix, Revell, Mini Art do anyway.
Yeah.
Tell me, you get they may add different parts, obviously, but say is that Sea-King. I know a guy who didn't buy the first one, and he hasn't bought the second release because he wants that third release. He wants the yellow one, and Airfix haven't released the yellow one yet, or the scheme to do a SAR one, search and rescue one. But this year they are. So my friend's going to be buying that one because it's going to come with a scheme. He's doing the Prince William one. That's why it's the one that Prince William flew in Wales, whatever it's called. But they all do it, and they add different parts to it, take parts away, and I just don't think that mark.
But there's also that ceiling.
Yeah.
Whereby, let's do a blue one this month.
Yeah.
Let's do a yellow one next month.
Yeah.
Where do you? I mean, I must have 50 plus Batmobiles.
Yeah.
Hot wheel Batmobiles downstairs.
Yeah. That's it.
and some of them are just plain ridiculous.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, with what sold out last year? What sold out? They had a TSR2. This is Corgi in a camo scheme.
Yeah.
It was never in a camo scheme, but they've done it, and they did that Land Rover, and it sold out because it was weathered and rusty. Well, you don't get a rusty Land Rover, do you? Because they're made of aluminium. So and so they do play the game. They do play the game. There's and they've done well. That TSR with the camo scheme, it's a what if, basically. It's a what if, and that's what they do. And I think that's their market is. But the only thing is that when you see, I don't think the military. You see the military vehicles. Like your dinky transporters and stuff. Your Antar, is it Antar and things like that? Yeah. They only came in one colour. Well, it came in two colours. It was either green or desert. It was never camo, was it? Because they were never sprayed up. No. But I think that's where their market is that, they're just, we'll release this BMW M1 here, but we're going to do it purple with a pearlescent, and then they'll probably charge an extra £5 because this is a limited edition pearlescent one. If you know what I mean. Camo version coming out as well. Yeah. Sometimes I've seen it when they they paint it black and put a red stripe and say, "This is Hannibal's car." Do you know what I mean from the 18? Yeah, I get all that. Yeah.
So I mean,
that's how they make their money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I guess if you went down the blank kit route, you're wiping out that choice route.
Yeah.
Their choice of giving you route. See what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So instead of doing the pink, yellow one month after month, we could both have the same car. You can paint yours red, and I can paint mine blue.
That's right. Yeah.
They're not selling the red and blue ones.
That's right. That's it. That's what. Yeah. And also, when it's like with plastic kits, we do a lot of military and stuff. There's always a story behind those plastic kits.
Yeah.
So when you got the schemes, you've got the squadron. When it flew, the bombing raid it was on. When it comes to die-cast cars, I don't think it would work so well. They can't say, we've done you a green. Well, I suppose if they said that, this is an E-type Jag, and it's coloured this colour because this is the one that, I don't know, Steve McQueen drove. Do you know what I mean? You could put that sort of history in there, but then you're licensing in his name, aren't you, I guess?
Well, that brings me on to something I never thought to us. I don't think I've ever asked it before. Is there do plastic kits come out with dioramas? Is there such a thing as a plastic kit?
Years ago, because all the Matchbox, all those little 176 armour vehicles all came with a diorama base.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, because I built one. I built one of them when I was a boy.
Yeah, they built
a half track. And it came with a little base and some wooden, some brick walls, and some little bushes and things. And it made a diorama. They did do them back in the day.
They still do now. They release them, but the Revell bought the Matchbox tooling, and they released them called. Look up First Diorama by Revell, because on that there's one of them which is I think it's a scout car or something like that, armored vehicle, and it's going over a bridge, and they call it First Diorama. And then that Ferguson tractor that I built, that came with a vac form based diorama base, so you could build, because it came with two tractors. You could build the tractors, but I think putting it out there, I think diorama bases is lost traction now, because you can purchase a diorama off, what's it called?
Temu.
Temu is one of them, but you can print your own. You can buy. You print that one. That one I did for that Mazda 1. That's the one you printed for me, and I've glued it on there. So that's only a drink.
Yeah, I mean you can the Batmobiles.
Yeah.
When you get it like John does when he has his muscle cars.
Yeah.
On the magazine.
Yeah.
They come in boxes. And you're quite right. They've now got a picture stuck behind them.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
But when the Batmobiles came out, you got it was sat in the Batcave with a Bat computer and Batman standing up, and
that's right. Yeah. There's a lot to be said with that. I think that was always something that was missing in plastic kits.
Yeah.
I like dioramas. It's one thing I like. I've never actually done one, but Martin used to do them just on mad stuff. He'd get like a teacup coaster.
Yeah.
And he'd make a diorama on it. He'd put a little tank on there and a couple of figures and some bushes and some busted walls. And when it was finished, it looked like a little piece of World War II. The way he did them was amazing. But they would, and he'd just do it on anything. I reckon he could have probably done it on a bottle top.
Well, he used to do tea coasters.
Yeah, tea coasters, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was one of his
teacup coasters. He did loads of them.
Yeah.
See, you can buy those. I've seen people do it now, where you go into IKEA and you can buy those cork saucepan things, and you can layer them up.
Yeah.
The only trouble with cork is it's not like when you carve it, you've got to be very careful. But then you put a layer on it to hide, where it's ripped and stuff. But yeah, dioramas are a big thing. But like I said, I've said it for years. Is why they don't use the box. So if you're doing a rocket, for instance, like a 144 version of say the ALS, the SLS Artemis, why they didn't inside the box? You open the box up and you've got the control tower in behind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they could do, but they don't.
Just keeping costs down.
Yeah. And with and I don't know whether other people, there's plenty in here tonight who are watching this who are scale models. All the extras you used to get, like the extra bits of the box, the vac form diorama bits and that. I think the price of plastic jumped in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it jumped high. The price of oil just went through the roof, and then it never quite returned to that low cost level that it once did. And we've even seen it now where the price of oil's gone up, the price of plastic goes up because it's an oil based.
It'll go up even more.
It'll go up even more, yeah. So, but Ian's right there. It is a money making marketing ploy. But do you know what, mate? I'm like you, like Paul. We get hooked in with limited editions. I do. And limited editions becoming such a big thing in scale model kits. Revell brought out that 1/32 Meteor, and they've done 1000 as a limited edition. It came with a book, photo etch, resin parts, masking set, and it was over £100. And then they're going to sell that kit without all those added extras as a normal kit, not a limited edition, just a normal kit. It'll probably be about £55. Yeah. But people are paying £40-50 on top, so they get the book and everything. So yeah,
I mean, you could even go down the route of. I've got a lot of the Commando war comics.
Do you know what? I've sold loads of them over the years. They sell. They always sell.
Still sell one.
Yeah, they sell, and they're bringing them back.
Yeah.
Limited edition though.
Almost like if you got the storybook,
go with it. Yeah. Well, that's the
great idea.
That's the thing with Qatari. When you get their instruction manual, it is like a story. You are building, and it's telling you why this is here, why, and that's why you pay big money for it. I've got the Spitfire, which I must do this year. Even though I'm trying to keep to my tracks this year, I'm doing more tank and armour this year than ever before to catch up with the kits that I have got. But that 1/32 Qatari Spitfire, it's a story in a story, Hey, hello, mate.
Hey, Phil, how you doing, buddy? If you want to jump on, you're welcome to come and jump on.
You come and jump on, Phil, if you like, mate.
Send you an invite.
Help.
So I think there's plenty of scope for ideas.
There is. It's scale modelling.
In both.
As I'm saying, in both.
Yeah.
It's like you've got the extreme die-cast with part work stuff and poker.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That is the extreme. But you don't, with the poker stuff, you're not spraying up those. You're just gluing and screwing bits together.
Yeah.
which is a bit more complex than your one that
sit on it.
Oh, yeah. But there's no glue involved, is it? It's all screw, isn't it? It all clicks and screws, doesn't it?
It's almost like going back to the days of the Meccano kits.
Yeah.
They're obviously more advanced. There's not holes everywhere.
Except for the link.
Let's see.
I'm thinking that black Hawk trainer, I'd like to do a diorama for that, of like an airfield of it maybe being refueled or something like that. I'm not quite sure where to start. You know where I would have gone for advice, but I don't have that channel now. Yeah. So I'll probably be asking Mos for help with that.
I think
that could be quite nice, man.
Put it
on like a cork tile.
I will be perfectly honest with you now, Sean. Diorama building is not in the same scope as scale model building. Diorama is another art in itself.
Yeah, but I did build a whole model railway, so I know how to make trees and stuff like that. So I should be able to sort of wing my way through it. It'll probably look a bit rubbish the first go, but I'd like to try it. Just because I would just like to try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you can even get household items.
Yeah.
And just there's a guy, Ian, he used to be known as Ice Cold Wheels, and he made these amazing, elaborate.
Yeah.
Get two vehicles, stick them together.
Yeah.
And then he'd go around his property, pick up pieces of pipe, straw, pebbles.
That's it.
Lollipops.
That's it. Yeah.
And then make these amazing decals on the back of it.
Yeah. But Phil's absolutely right. More customization potential with a blank kit, especially if you can make decals.
Yeah.
And that's it. But like I say, if they do a red car, blue car, yellow car, green car, that's 4 ways of selling that one car, limited edition per lesson, or they give it to you blank and they can only sell it once because you could do it,
do
what you like with
it. Yeah.
So it's difficult, but there must be a way around it.
Well, you've got to remember, Hornby's on their arse, mate. They're going to make as much money as they can with their kits and stuff. They're not going to give you the choice to do this, that, and the other. And the other model companies must be in the same boat.
No, scale modelling is doing all right, mate.
Well, Hornby are not. Not what I've read on the internet, anyway.
Depends how you read it.
Who has just moved over the full production over to Bangladesh now? Was it Corgi?
What, all their model cars?
Yeah.
Is it Bangladesh? Is it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. China's lost its way.
Well, it's again, we talk about price.
Yeah.
I think it was something like £11 an hour.
Yeah.
To manufacture them.
Yeah.
What, £2.33? Ridiculously cheap. So why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Wow.
But then and apparently the quality is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
If Blue Peter can do Tracy Island, anyone can create anything. Just get stuck in and have a go. Absolutely.
That's cool. I remember that episode, Tracy Island on Blue Peter. I remember that.
Yeah. There is a difference to using sticky back plastic and cardboard to actual, proper resins and fillers and everything else, silicone.
But again, this goes back to talking about levels.
There is levels, yeah. Yeah.
You start off with these. I'll put 2 lollipop sticks together and painted them blue.
Yeah.
Now you 3D printing fences.
Yeah, that's right.
And weathering them and things like that. So it's going from.
Yeah.
If you get an interest, I think if you can garner an interest in it when you're young, then you'll automatically develop because you're learning new techniques and.
Yeah, you're not painting a face, are you? So when you make a mistake, you just you add to it and make the mistake. It's like I always remember Jules Holland said once that if you're in a band and you're about to play the wrong note or you play the wrong note, don't go and to make it a silent, try to disguise it, blow it as loud as you can, because it looks like you've done it on purpose. So that's like kind of thing.
Edit.
Yeah, I get that.
I think PJ's got a point. I think you've got to get young people interested in modelling, because at the moment it's all Xbox, phones, PlayStations. They don't want to do things with their hands anymore. They don't want to go out and buy an Airfix kit. Whereas when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to get an Airfix kit and build my very first one. It was a Lockheed Lightning. But there's got to be a way to get the young people. And I think maybe them quick build kits are a nice entrance. The Airfix snap together quick builds. Maybe that's a gateway into modelling. But we need to get young people building models.
I got a different approach to that, mate, because I don't believe that's true at all.
Really?
I'll tell you the reason why. I'll tell you the reason. Yeah, you may say, "Oh yeah, we've got the kids. Won't get the kids involved." The majority of stuff that's used in scale modelling now cannot be used by a child. It's poisonous.
I suppose there is. I hadn't.
And
Mos hadn't thought. I
that's
don't think that deeply into it. I just think about when I was a kid.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I was into computers, but I also did scale modelling.
When I was a kid, computers weren't even invented. They weren't even a thing.
But if you look at the new generation of scale model builders, they're all playing Warhammer. And then from when they've done Warhammer, they will then think, "Oh, I've done this with my Warhammer stuff. I'll buy a car kit and build that." Don't you worry about kids with scale modelling. Warhammer's got that sorted. Games Workshop's got all that sorted, mate.
You reckon?
When they get older, they'll go, "My first car was a Toyota Aygo." And then when they turn 40, they go, "Oh, Tammy's released a Toyota Aygo. I'm going to build that," because I used to build Warhammer when I was a kid.
I mean, I've got a Warhammer.
Yeah.
There's a Warhammer shop just across the road from me. And Monday night is painting night.
Yeah.
And it's packed.
Packed. Don't worry about the kids, mate. Yeah. It's getting adults back into it is the thing. You want to get them before they get hooked on fishing or golf. That's the problem.
I like fishing.
I didn't know there's nothing wrong with fishing.
I know, sorry. Oh, yeah. We got fisherman trout here. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Me and PJ, we both like fishing, man.
Yeah, a lot of fishing.
I see it all the time. I've stood there at like Bovington and places like that where people go and see the tanks, and I guarantee it's a 50-50 split on parents buying model kits for their kids to build a tank, or the dads are buying the kits to build a Tamiya tank. That's it. It's a thing.
I like that point the scene's just made. As soon as a celebrity starts doing Airfix kits and it becomes cool, then a lot of kids will take them up. A point in fact for that, it wasn't Airfix. You remember when David Beckham started doing Lego building?
Yeah, Lego builds. Yeah, we've got lots of celebrities who do it. Yeah. See, at the moment, you've got James May celebrity. His daughter, Richard Hammond's daughter, is doing Airfix. You've got what's it called? Bugger. The name of my head. Just had his name then. The guy who does Radio 1 in the morning. That DJ.
What's Radio 1?
Yeah, Radio 1 DJ. He did over Christmas. He built a Sea King, 1/72 Sea King, and they've got it sorted, mate. Kids, don't worry about the kids side of it.
It's just all that I was thinking, because kids nowadays, they just seem to be glued to their telephones and PlayStations.
But then again, most of the adults in this country are glued to their phones and their PlayStations.
These are the ones that walk into lampposts.
Yeah, you tell me. The argument about getting kids into it doesn't factor in anymore, mate. It really doesn't. Listen, I go to a knitting shop down the road where you've got a group of women in there, all ages, all ranges, stitching and bitching over a cup of tea. That's what they're doing. And that's the truth. They're not crying, we need to get more men into knitting, else it's going to die. It's a crap argument. Crap argument. I've never heard of, we need to get women into scale modelling. Women will come to scale modelling if they want, to keep the hobby from dying. You don't hear the women go, we need to get men into cross-stitch, else cross-stitch will die. Cross-stitch has got its own place.
The thing about when you talk about Warhammer, and the like,
it's a good show, isn't it?
There's a lot of girls over there and ladies doing the painting.
Yeah,
it's a pretty 60-40 kind of blend, like.
Yeah,
and because they can do. They're not cursed with
banana hands.
Like. They can do some really brilliant, fine art painting.
Yeah, there you go, Darren Hall. That's it. Al Murray and Prince George build Airfix kits. Al Murray is infamous for his Airfix stuff on Twitter, and Prince George builds all the Airfix kits as well.
Al's a big war
historian. Yeah.
It's a fantastic. I think it's called World War II Headquarters.
That's the one. Yeah. No, it's somewhere. We have Ways to Make You Talk podcast. There's another one he does as well.
Right.
Yeah, we have Ways to Make You Talk. But when you get into the whole, because I'm very fortunate that I've got relationships with Airfix, Revell. I could talk to their brand managers and stuff, and I always used to say, when I first took on doing my YouTube channel, I used to have a phrase, because things weren't always good for Airfix. And I always used to say, I want Airfix to win. And it was put out saying, well, no, we want scale modelling to win. And I said, no, scale modelling's already won. We have every single type of kit we could want, 3D print, plastic, every subject's almost always covered. What I want is, we've got all the paints, we've got all the materials we need, painting, resin, all it's covered. Everything's covered. There's nothing new in scale modelling now. We've got every type of paint, every type of airbrush, PE, resin, decals, everything's covered. If you want, detail,
you want for nothing, dear, really.
The more detail the kit. What we want is Airfix to bring out the kits that appeal to kids and to adults. Yeah. Hence why, when they brought out their starter set range, there's 5 cars in their starter range, 4 hypercars. Sorry, 6. There's 4 supercars like McLaren, Lamborghini,
P1.
And then you've got the E-Type Jag and the Aston Martin DB5. It's classics. Yeah. But they're aimed for adults and children, because they may never own a Lamborghini.
It was like when we were kids, you used to have a Lamborghini poster on your wall in the 70s, like. Or a Porsche or whatever. But you don't see that as much.
Yeah.
But the people, I like. Have you got P1 Airfix kit? Is it Airfix has brought the P1 out?
No. They've brought them. They've got a McLaren in their starter set range. They've got a Land Rover. That's it, Land Rover in their starter set range. Right. So they've got kits that are aimed. Not just they're simple enough for kids to build.
Yeah.
But they appeal to adults as well.
Yeah.
So if you look at their starter set range, they've got 2 tanks, a Tiger One and a what's it called? Tiger One and Sherman Firefly. Then they brought out the Spitfire and the Red Arrows as a starter set. And then they brought out the Typhoon and the Eurofighter. And that was because those planes are still flown at every air show around the country. So if you're going to sell a model kit at an air show, you want a Typhoon and you want a Eurofighter.
Yeah.
And why do you think the lifeboat came out? They brought the lifeboat out as a starter set because they know that they will be sold RNLI, and it's a simple. It's a simple. It's not very simple. I don't think it is a thing, but Phil's absolutely spot on there. Absolutely spot on. Kids do still build models, but far fewer than in the 70s and 90s. But then you could say that how things change. It's like in the 1930s and 40s, kids would be happy with a ball or a bit of string and a cone, and they would flick the cone to, or click a ball, it'll go in the air and they'll catch it in a basket. So, every generation has its own new hobby, and the other hobbies never die out. You still got people who are collecting trains.
The point that Ian's making about the die-cast restoration hobby is still very male-dominated.
Yeah.
I still think it's very niche as well.
It's too niche. You can't. Yeah,
it's not. It hasn't got the worldwide.
Yeah.
Marketing campaign.
Yeah, you could say that cross stitch is still female dominated.
Yeah.
Lace making. The old lace making. With the old pins. Yeah. Female dominated. Yeah. But they don't cry out and say, "We need to get men involved. They're just going to die." No, they take it what it is, and they do it.
Yeah.
There's
Mos has got a really good point there. I've never thought it in that way before.
Yeah.
But there are some things that are for boys and some things that are for girls.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they just are. Like lace, like you said, lace making. PJ, you're not going to take up lace making, mate, are you?
Not anytime soon, son. No,
that's what
he needs some new curtains.
But no, Mos has got a really good point. It doesn't mean that lace making is going to die away. It's not going to die away. It's something that girls do. And I know it sounds sexist, and I don't mean to sound sexist, but it's
not a sexist thing.
It's a fact. It's a fact, isn't it?
It's not a sexist thing to say. It's like there are. Okay, here's a prime example for you. Okay, there are women who are mechanics because they like engines and they like grunt. Okay, and there are blokes out there who love to bake cakes. Doesn't mean that it's still I don't like baking cakes. My wife does.
I tried baking cakes. They came out like wheel trims.
But this argument of we need to get girls involved, I like that. It's good. Yeah, make it open. But then, will girls really want to build a Spitfire? No. But like Airfix have said, okay, why? What can you? Flowers. So Airfix are now creating a range of flowers that I think even my wife is tempted because it comes as a kit.
Yeah, Lego are doing them as well, aren't they? They're doing Lego flowers, and they're really popular, man.
Yeah, but as I said, it's not a case of bringing anybody into your hobby. What's he called? Who's that diver from Plymouth? Tom Daly. He was put on the. He knits, doesn't he? He knits. He's the poster boy, but for knitting, fair play to him. He's got a hobby that he likes to do. He likes knitting. It's relaxing for him. But for me as a bloke, I have no intention of taking up knitting. I'd rather be sanding a bit of plastic to make it fit.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. I'm like you, Mos. I love building Airfix kits.
But, we've had these debates for years. As I said, if we want the hobby to survive, any age, any sex, within theory, come in. You don't have to say we need to get the kids involved. I would say I know of 30 people that have started building scale model kits in their 30s and 40s because they've got extra cash now because the kids have left school, they left home. They're not having the mortgages are paid off. If you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And they think there's still a hobby. And then we need to catch them before they start
another
getting
point.
involved with golf, which costs a fortune.
That's another point, actually, Mos, that to build model kits now, when we was kids, you paid 50 pence and you got your model kit. You paid another 25 pence, you got some glue, and it came in 2 colours and you built it. But now, to build, like, let's just use that Revell 32nd scale Mosquito. To build that proper, like it looks on the box, you need a few quid. You're not doing that on pocket money, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the starter sets start in at $9.99.
That's the FX one.
That's the FX ones. Yeah. You get the glue, you get the paint, you get the paintbrushes, and you get a kit. That's pocket money. I know for a fact.
Yeah,
that
they're really good. But some of the more complicated ones, you need.
Yeah, but we're not
a few
talking
quid.
that though. I do not believe that scale modelling is expensive.
It's not mega expensive.
What kids pay to play an app on their phone as a subscription far outweighs a cost of a kit.
Well, if you think about it, an Xbox game now is 50 quid.
Well, 70 quid.
Yeah, at least 50 quid, 70 quid.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Medal of Honor or something like that.
Scale modelling. I did an article in my book about I do a lot of nightclubs, do a lot of pubs, and the cost of a gram of cocaine is 80 quid. A cost of a gram of cocaine is about 80 quid. And I worked out that you could buy a model kit, buy the glues, buy the paints, buy the sprue cutter, buy the sanding sticks, okay? And all the bits you need, and it will come to about £70. So to start scale modelling costs less than a gram of cocaine.
I mean, the other thing with that is that it's like, I mean, we're not talking about fishing.
Yeah.
But fishing is a hobby that you build on.
That's it, and scale modelling is the same.
You know, you'll start with a cane, a piece of string, and a bent hook.
Yeah.
And then you get your first fishing rod.
Yeah.
And then you get your first quiver rod. Then you get your first cart rod.
Yeah.
Then you get a chair, a stool. Yeah. Then you get a chair.
Yeah.
Then you get a cart chair.
Yeah.
Then you get it's all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a lot with, say, restorations or restoring.
Yeah.
The thing is, like Mos said, once you buy some stuff for your first model kit and you built it, you've still got the paints, the brushes, the glues, the tools. So when you buy your second kit, you don't have to buy all that stuff again, because you might have to buy a couple of different coloured paints, but most of it you'll have still left over from the first kit. And what you'll end up is, as you go through, like me, you'll end up with a shed load of paints, a shed load of tools, a load of brushes that you just buy in little bits and bobs as you go along.
Yeah, but my point was that with the restoration, you can go in your shed and pretty much start straight away, because you're finding tools that you've already got. You know, you've got files, you've got pincers, you've got a drill.
Yeah.
Most people have got a multi-tool of some sort, you know, even...
Well, with a starter set, everything you need is in the bottom of your grandmother's handbag.
Yeah.
Scissors.
Nail
file.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all the same. And then, you know, it's the little things, which is what I think the bit that people forget is that the second biggest search engine in the world is YouTube. And that is because they are searching for an answer to a problem. If you think, how do I change an oil filter on this car? You Google, you go to YouTube, how do I change the oil filter on my car? You know, blah, blah, blah. You find it. When it comes to scale modelling, how do I paint this scale model? Look on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. People will do it and they'll go, water down the paints. They never tell you that in the instructions to water down
they don't.
Paints. But the first thing you do is water them down and do 3 coats. Don't just spread it in one go because it looks crap. But that was the biggest mistake we all made for years.
Yeah.
20
Oh yeah,
years.
I did it, Mos. I did it myself. Take it out of the pot, stick your brush in the pot, paint it on, and went. Well, that looks rubbish. But if you water it down and put on a couple of thin coats and build it up slowly,
Yeah.
and also what I'll find is if you do that, so if you put the paint on too thick, especially with like Airfix kits, where you've got the molded details,
Yeah.
the paint can take them away if you put it on too thick. If you put thin coats on, you
Yeah.
get the finish you want, and you can still see the rivets and the petrol flap or whatever it is that's on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, you could restorations, call it restorations, call it restoring, call it what you will. You could argue that is a 40 plus years dominating hobby.
Yeah.
It's very rare you see a young restorer.
Yeah. But that's
I think
because
that old sport,
yeah.
predominantly. Yeah, Martin was doing it longer than a lot of us, but a lot of that sparked off because of COVID, and people were finding a hobby to do.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be come like. When I say niche, I don't think it's going to become a full-fledged, recognised.
No,
you know,
I think that's quite true. Yeah, but I also feel that if you're a restorer, you have in some way, shape, or form built and painted a scale model kit.
Yeah, or you've
Yeah, I
watched
would
that.
agree. I would agree. Most people start.
Restoration, yeah.
I think most people do start with an Airfix kit. When they're young, they buy their Airfix kit, and I think most of us made a complete mess of the very first one. Do you remember when you used to get the glue on your fingers and on the canopy? And we all did that. And even Martin did that. He did definitely start with Airfix kits, and he ended up where he was. So yeah, I would agree with Mos. I think you start with the modelling kits and end up restoring. That's how you get into the restoration thing.
I say get the starter kits that way to practice new techniques on for a low cost.
Oh, we all have a buster, don't we?
Yeah.
We all have a buster. You know, and Ian's good. That's a good point from Ian. You know, you absolutely. But this is where you develop your skills. Crumbs, you know, it's like I got a friend who is the most talented marketeer. I think it's because it's called marquetry. So basically, you get a flat bit of wood, and then you get like veneers, and you cut them, and you make pictures out of different woods.
Yeah.
Very, very thin. I had a go on it, and I was shockingly shy because you know your blades end. You've got to learn that your blades at that angle. So and you tilt it because you want that edge to be buff, and then you do it that way on another bit. So it's basically you're doing a lot of this.
Yeah.
So they butt up to each other. Perfect. I was crap at it, but he said, well, he was crap. But after the fourth or fifth time of doing it, he actually started to get a feel. And if you see when I do my, you know, I didn't learn to be an airbrusher over my first. I reckon it's taken me 25 models to actually get that effect right of black base and blending the top coat over with the white to make it give a bit of texture. It's, you know, your last build will not be as good as your next build. Your next build will be better than your last build, vice versa.
I still can't get my head round airbrushing.
Yeah, but it's stick to Harry stick, mate.
I keep trying. I do keep trying. I'm not giving up. I do keep trying.
I was blown away with the Blackbird that Gary did.
Yes,
because it was shades of black.
Shades of black. Yeah. But that's technique, isn't it? You know, that's learning. Yeah. You know, you see, I black based everything, and then I either highlight with white, or if I want a richer, more subtle, I will do circles of grey, and then fill in those circles.
Yeah.
So then you
Like
get
you do
that.
with
The
planes.
the planes. Yeah, it's that's how it kind of works. But yeah, you can go down these rabbit holes, and we've had these debates on ethics in chill time and time and time and time again, time after time after time, and we've come to the conclusion that everything's up in the air, things are happening, but everything will work out right in the end because there's over 6,000 models, whether it's resin, whether it's plastic, coming out every single year.
I mean, my advice when Mark came over here, we used to go to a model shop near Warsaw. The one that we
videoed. Yeah.
And there was something in there for everybody.
Yeah.
We haven't got enough of them shops anymore.
No.
I mean, sadly, they're closing down left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of modern stuff in there.
Yeah.
And TV and film related stuff.
Yeah.
And then, so like you got that Joe 90.
Yeah.
But Batmobiles, things like that, plastic kits versions.
Yeah, I think I don't think. Right, so let's. People keep going about, we're losing our model shops, wow, and you're like, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I think there is a place for a model shop, but what I think will happen is that, like you used to have the butchers, the vegetables, and everything. I think scale model kits will end up in places like Tesco's. See, there was never a model shop when I don't know anyone who went to a model shop when they were a kid in a town. In a town,
I went to Beatty's quite a lot.
You would get your model kits from the newsagents. That's where models and toys were, weren't they? You had your newsagents; they would sell model kits.
Yeah.
If you're in a big town or a city, you would have a model shop. Yeah. But your average little town or village, you would pick up your Airfix kits from there.
Yeah, we actually two.
Yeah.
Around here.
We don't know.
This is more of a city anyway, isn't it? It's a large town, Swally, isn't it?
It's a large town.
It's a very large town.
Yeah.
Where I was brought up was a small town.
Yeah.
We had a town hall, but
you're right. You're right about the news agents.
News agents used to sell them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what needs to happen is that like your butchers, you go to. There's not really a butcher's in a town anymore. You get your meat processed in a bag, and you get it from Tesco's.
My missus has just informed me you can buy Airfix kits now in the middle aisle of Lidl.
That's been going on for years, mate. They do special promotions, only the starter sets, and it's twice
you can buy Airfix kits from Lidl, mate. So what you're saying is correct.
Yeah. But they're not there all the time. They're just promotions. A week, they do it twice a year for a week. They do it. And it's just starter sets. But if you go to Minehead in where Butlins is, Friday News there is a news agent. He's been there for 50 years and he still sells model kits in that shop. Wow. So, it's
one of the stores to pick it up is Boys.
Yeah, Boys.
But we've got. I don't think it stretched down south. Boys. It kind of ends. It started up the north.
Yeah.
The north.
Yeah.
And I only know one, which is in Colville.
Okay.
But they're doing Tamiya paints.
Mm.
They're doing Citadel paints.
Yeah.
Brushes, glues, all the tools.
Yeah.
The only thing they're missing are the miniature figures or the plastic kits.
I was here's one for you, right? So I'm very lucky to be living within an hour of Jadlam. Now Jadlam, you go there, it's not just model kits per se. It's Lego, it's Airfix, all the motor brands, trains, Tamiya radial control, book nooks. And they were talking to us about paints. They said, what have you heard about these Kaleido paints? Should we get them in? what about MRP? Should we? I said, well, why do you want to get him? You've already got Tamiya Ravel and all that. He goes, we've worked out that if we have every paint range going, they're rather, because we've got all the ranges of paint, they will come to us and probably end up buying a kit from us as well, because they'll have all the paints that you need. So yeah, it's like that. It's up in the air, kind of, but
Yeah, so, I mean, that's with the restorations.
Yeah,
you're not going to go to Boys and buy a car that you can restore.
That's right.
You've got to go to charity shops and things like that. So there's no ready supply of scrappers. That
exactly.
you've got to go to a toy shop. A toy fair.
Yeah.
And you pay over the odds for them.
I think that when people realise that you can restore these cars, you're in a niche. I should jump into this niche because it's still very niche. But I think that if you give it another 5 or 6 years, buying a battered old dinky will be about the price of a plastic kit, because they're getting harder to source.
They are,
and the prices will rise.
Well, the other thing is, it's
a plateau, is it?
It's a plateau. The reason I say that is most of the parts now that you're getting on a restoration are all plastic.
Yeah.
You're not getting the metal bases anymore.
That's right, yeah.
The new Hot Wheels Matchbox.
Yeah.
They're all plastic.
Bases. Yeah, the chassis is saying is all plastic areas.
The top half is still metal.
The body of the car is still die-cast. But also, I bet the plastic's crap in it. I bet the plastic's slim, thin.
Well, Phil will tell you the quality of the Hot Wheels.
One stop Mos. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. If you want to be a hobby shop, you've got to be a hobby craft. That's what I'm saying.
I still get glue on earth. It's what bless him, he did.
Yeah. But then he's got the Tamiya extra thin now, and he was. What he to do is, where's he live to, John? Again?
Where's he live?
Yeah.
I kid him because I told him he lives in the south.
He lives in France, doesn't he, or somewhere, doesn't he?
He's actually down south, but and further south is Escargot and Onions.
I'd have to go. Is he near Kent Way? Is he? Is he that? Why is he that way? Kent, is it Worthing or
Put your town up, John, if you don't mind, where you are.
Not your postcode.
Not your address.
Just roughly, what area are you in?
Yeah.
Because my brother lives over that way, Eastbourne way. I might nip over there. I'll go over there, and I'll show him how to use the glue properly, or watch my videos, mate, on how I use the glue.
Well, Gary's not a million miles away from him because he's picking him up on the 28th to bring him up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
It'd be lovely to meet him.
Oh, yeah.
It's right. It's a learning curve. My models used to be covered in glue, especially when you used to get that old glue in the tubes and it comes out like string, and you'd be like, oh my God, it's on the canopy, it's everywhere. But the newer glues are a lot better now, and I find them so. But I've learned over the years.
You see, we all make the same mistakes. That we actually call it glue. It's not a glue.
It's a melt.
No,
it's a hot
cement. It melts the plastic together.
It's an endothermic reaction that basically heats up two parts of plastic so they weld together. It's a weld. So, Ian Hurley, the quality of the Hot Wheels plastic bases are not much better than the thin bases that Husky did in the 60s, yeah.
But you're not going to be able to put that in, you're not going to be able to put them in caustic soda or any.
No.
Wait, yeah. I mean, the chrome base, so you can put it into oven cleaner or something along those lines.
But would it...
Are you going to get kids to do that?
No.
I mean, you created... When we were young enough...
You can't get little kids playing with caustic soda, man. It's not right.
Yeah. But then again, here's one for you. When I was in the 80s and 90s, I was big in building my own computers. I ran Commodore 64s. Then the PC came out with the Pentium 386, the 486. Sorry, 386,
did all that.
486. Then we had Pentium 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. We were all building PCs. We were buying the graphics cards. We were learning where to put the jumpers to, all this. Do you see kids doing that now? No, they just buy an Apple laptop, don't they?
It's all built into your phone now.
Yeah. That's what I mean, because Bill Gates put a PC in everybody's house, but Steve Jobs put one in everybody's pocket. That's the difference.
Quote that, is it?
Yeah. So, but you never hear kids now doing overclock, as we were called. That's it, overclock. I was trying to think of the word. We were called overclockers.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
used to
know anyone
overclock mine.
who now builds their own PC because they're that cheap to buy.
Yeah.
I buy Apple anyway. I've gone away from it all. You know, since 2007, I've been Mac. I haven't, you know, since the iPhone 2 came out, I've been a Mac
But
man.
you look at, we were putting all our efforts into learning graphic packages.
Yeah.
CAD design.
Yeah.
All this kind of stuff to recreate parts.
Yeah.
And what has Michael done in the last 2 weeks?
AI.
So
that's basically
it's blown all that away.
It has. It's AI sort of simplistic form, which is quite scary.
Yeah.
If it's that good now when it's still in birthing,
yeah.
imagine going to be like, you know, we will be having it where we go to
I don't know whether you've seen this, Sean.
You like this?
This is from a photo that was taken.
That's cool, isn't it?
That is really cool, but it needs painting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's been created.
That's my stepdad.
Yeah, that's just been created from a flat photo.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? 3D printing, man.
Been put through an AI program. And it's created a 3D print.
Who made that?
Michael Haig.
Oh, I don't think I know him.
From us, Marcus from us. He's the one.
Who's gonna paint that? Are you gonna paint that, PJ?
There is
a
Gary. Gary's gonna do it, isn't he? Is it Gary?
Well, I don't know whether I'm gonna chaos black it, and then because someone said, "Why did you do it in a brass?"
I think that's more in Mos's realm. I think Mos could paint it.
Over to the Warhammer boys.
Yeah.
We'll take that photo.
I'd like to see it when it's finished.
Yeah.
But it's a good bit of kit, isn't it?
John, it's Thurrock.
Lakeside. Oh, it was Lakeside. We had a model shop in Thurrock, Lakeside, but it shut down. It's we talked a bit tonight, I guess. It's you know, once you get onto this thing about the hobby, I do not see it going anywhere. We are producing even if Airfix died tomorrow, Revell said bollocks, we're not doing it no more. China, Tamiya, they'll be banging out kits. They won't be as accurate.
I do like the Tamiya kits. They're nice to build, man. I like them.
They're nice to build. It's just the older kits are a bit of a swine, aren't they?
It's like everybody's got to put. Everybody's got an opinion.
Everyone's got an opinion. Yeah.
I like the Tamiya kits. I like the Revell kits. I just don't like the instructions. I think overall, though, I prefer Airfix. I think maybe it's because it's what I grew up with. I don't know, but I just find them easier, and you always get a nice model at the end.
You're always going to lean to what you like. You know that's just a personal. That's not a right or wrong. That's just a personal. Your personal taste.
I mean, some of them kits that Mos is on about, I've never even heard of them.
Yeah. Well, we were talking to Nigel about lorries.
Yeah, lorries. Yeah.
And the diecast brands that he was coming out with.
Yeah.
I've never. But the models.
Yeah.
Were so.
Well, that's what I mean. If diecast is dying, why the hell is there a farmer's agricultural diecast magazine produced once a month?
Yeah.
Just based on, I bereft at the fact that farm machinery, quarry machinery, you know, diggers and things like that aren't represented in plastic kit form. But when it comes to diecast, bloody hell, every Massey Ferguson, every John
they've always done a shed load of tractors and combine harvesters
everywhere.
They have.
Magazine.
Yeah.
But you don't see an Airfix combine harvester, do you?
Yeah, but they're military. You know, I'm not worried about. There's a lot of manufacturers out there. You can't just expect Airfix to do more. You know, if I was Hella, which is what they've been doing a few tractors and trailers. I say, why don't you do diggers? Do a JCB.
You see, there is an argument where you've got the brand Siku.
Siku? What?
Siku, the diecast.
Well, the one who did the farm.
They do the farm
yeah,
vehicles.
the farm vehicles. Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Why don't they do a plastic kit version of a farming vehicle?
Because they don't do that.
No, but I'm saying
that company...
they specialise predominantly in farming equipment, agricultural equipment.
But then they would go to a die-cast manufacturer in China and say, we want this kit. And they go, we'll do it for you. Yeah. Whereas Airfix, and there's no need for... When you're doing I think there's, if I'm allowed to say this, there's a lot more involved in designing and getting a Spitfire or a World War II vehicle or even a plane accurate at point of sale than it is to a tractor, because there's
that tractor you did was quite detailed.
Yeah, but the tractor had 30 parts, whereas Spitfire and all that would have 80, 90 parts, and that's just inside the cockpit. And that tractor's 1/24th, you see, at that size. I mean, 1/24 Spitfire's that size.
It's not lost on me the irony. That you put all that work and effort, and I've seen the work that you do, and Gary and John and people like that, to do cockpits, and half of it's in the way.
Yeah, I like doing the
you know that you've done it.
And the worst thing is, I'm lazy as fuck. If you can't see it once it's built, I won't paint it. I know people on one side of a fuselage will put all copper wiring in, blend it all in and everything, then they close it up, you never see it again. But they know it's there.
Mos, I've done that.
What you can't see doesn't hurt.
I've done that. I've done that inside that Mosquito. All the brake pipes and connections, the throttle cables, everything. I did it all just like it said on the instructions, all in silver. I dry brushed them, and like you said, then I glued it all together, put the two halves together with the little pilots in, and you can't see any of it.
Yeah.
But I know it's there. I know I've done it.
What might be a good range is almost like a cutaway range.
They can't do it.
All right.
I'll tell you the reason why. You mean cutaway, where you have the clear part. You have a clear part, right? Right. I didn't know this until I talked to the guys. You cannot have, when you do a clear part, it's got to be a mirror finish on that tooling.
Does it have to be covered? Can you not just have it cut away so you can see through the?
It has to be a separate. It has to be a separate tool altogether.
Right.
Because I didn't know this until I found it. Because you can't just shove normal grade plastic into a clear part tooling. Because it'd be really shiny and it would look right.
I don't necessarily mean a clear part. I mean leave it exposed. So if you've got a plain fuselage,
you can't get
where
them.
The engine is an actual cutout.
Yeah, but you would cut it yourself. As people
but Mosquito's like that. One engine is exposed. One engine's covered, so you don't see the end. But on that Mosquito, one engine is exposed. You only put one engine cowl on, and the other one you can see it. The exhaust, the HT leads, the injectors, you can see everything. You have to do it all. It's part of the kit.
Yeah, no, I just said, as a guy, make great bike kits.
Yeah, I've seen a load today.
We've seen a lot of kits today.
Yeah.
Or you have.
I've seen a lot of bike kits today.
Yeah.
Oh, he lives near Dartford. That's where John Hatwell lives near Dartford. Yeah, no, he is there. That's where he lives there. There. So he's about 2.5 hours away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I've got to go because my phone's nearly flat.
Mate.
All right, mate.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
Take care, Sean.
It was really good to see you today. And thank you for everything you did for Michelle and my mum.
Pleasure.
And
Always a
I
pleasure.
hope you like your bacon sandwiches.
We did, mate. It hit the spot when we needed it.
Yeah. Mother there told me off because I had it cold.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
it tasted better cold. It was a bit crunchier then. I said, bless her. I couldn't
My
have
mum-
walked for nothing, mate. Coffees,
My mum's
biscuits.
a proper character, man. She really is. But anyway, thank you for everything you've done, and I'll see you soon. Okay.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Take care, Sean.
Cheers.
Yeah, you take care, lads. Goodbye.
Keep in touch, my friend.
I will do. You take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And then it's just us.
That's just us. There you go.
Yeah.
But we do have to, you know, obviously Sean's got some knowledge.
Yeah.
And we have to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to the family for letting us go down there and
invade, basically, their personal space.
Yeah.
To remove, you know, and
a chunk of their life.
Chunk of their life. Yeah, but we assure you that none of this will be wasted.
No.
You know, like the book collection that you picked up.
Yeah.
It's gold dust. Those books there. I've tried to find some of them books, so I can't find them. Or if they are, they're bloody expensive. Yeah. So
I wanted to give a shout out to Phil. Phil and Brian. Well, not sure. Phil, I got the Hot Wheels book, so that was secured for you.
Yeah.
We want to give a massive shout out to Brian.
He's gone to bed now because he's knackered. Apparently,
there was some weight in them boxes.
Wow, it's just die-cast. What are you on about?
You were there going.
There's
nothing in it. That's
right. Yeah. Bit of plastic. Yeah, definitely. I picked the right guy. I tell you what, I picked the right hobby.
Shed.
Yeah, I picked the right. Hey, saying that though, crumbs. It's frightening. Yeah. But yeah.
Vernon said to me, "Were you shocked?"
Yeah.
I said I wasn't surprised.
No. We've been discussing this for a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, I knew what I was in for because I was been talking to Martin weeks. Yeah, it must have been at Christmas. He said, "Come and pick up these kits, Mos." And I was going to go 2 weeks ago, and was I poorly or something? Something happened, did I? I was going to go on the Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I went ill, so something happened on the Wednesday, didn't it, or something? And I couldn't make. Oh, that's right. I had a doctor's hospital appointment, and I couldn't make it. And then but I'll do what I can with these kits. I
didn't realise there was going to be that many.
No, I didn't. 3.
But then again, Michelle's dad has been collecting them for donkeys.
Yeah.
But Martin's stuff. We went. There is one. He got a front room, and Laz will tell you because. As you know, I did a video conference with Laz, so he could pick a few cars. Like you've noticed, every car was a video. And if you imagine, all the wooden kits that he did, all the roundabouts and stuff. Imagine if he'd done videos of that.
Well, he did them. He was doing them when he was doing a live stream, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just letting us ramble on. Mark did his wooden kit.
And he'll pick his head up when something that's piqued his interest, sort of thing, isn't it? So.
But that was him all over it. He had to be doing something.
Yeah, that's right. I think we all have to, really. So, get busy living or get busy dying, isn't it?
From the stuff that we've collected, certainly a portion of it's going to go towards the charity which now sits. And I can't thank everybody enough who's donated. We're sat at 350 quid for Martin's charity.
Yeah.
And that's been in less than a week.
Less than a week, yeah. Last Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah, because
it's been a week, yes.
Lost him, So it's in 7 days, 7 days, we've raised 350 quid. So, again, I'm not the mouthpiece, but I'll be off the family. That's incredible. They're so grateful. And you can find the links. You can find a link on our Facebook group page too if you want to donate. We're going to leave it open for couple of months. So there's still the option there.
Yeah.
And we will be doing the diecast. Sorry, the Dinky build is now an officially cast in stone event we'll do every year, like the Paint It Blue challenge.
Was it the Martin Dare Dinky Challenge? Is it
Martin Dare open invitation?
open invitation?
Yeah, Dinky, any Dinky vehicle.
I might just do an oil painting next year.
Is that Gordy? Mos, you fancy doing one of the 48 Strike Masters?
I'm just.
Do so.
It's one of his kits, yeah. 48 Strike Masters.
It's plain.
Plain, yeah. I am tempted, but not in a minute. I'm going to come up again, mate. I think I'm going to make this an annual event. Once a month, come up and just stay with PJ and take the piss out of him.
Well, nobody fills his shoes, but it's great because JB lives close to, Gordy lives close to us by. Yeah. Today, we've had a full-on day today.
I'm tired, the trouble is that I was tetchy last night. When I went to bed, I finished my video, got it live, watched through, spoke to the comments. So I got to bed about 11, and I took a Nito as well, just to help me go to sleep. Yeah. And I drifted off, and then I was awake again at about 2 o'clock.
Before you feel like you fell asleep, you're
up again. And I just couldn't get, what can I say? I wasn't nervous on meeting the family. I think I was nervous about saying goodbye.
I think it was how it made us feel as well, because we felt like, and this was nothing that the family said, because the family had been brilliant. Absolutely spot on. And I keep saying to Verna, are you happy that we've done this? Are you happy that we've done that? Has the offer been okay? Blah, blah, blah. Are you happy that we've taken that? Yeah. Please put your stuff to one side and make sure that you've got everything that you want. Yeah. And they were brilliant. But we felt like we were robbing the place.
I didn't feel I was robbing the place. I felt that we were closing...
Closing the chapter.
We weren't closing the chapter. We were closing the book.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And it was the end of an era. Yeah. And I sat in his chair, and
sat in the chair.
I sat in his chair, and I looked at his bench, where he looked, where he filmed, and I said, I hear his voice in my head. I just got to get a bit of super duper on here. That was what I had. Yeah. Like he was in the room.
Well, he used one particular screwdriver for doing everything. Undoing it, prying it open, scratching stuff away. Yeah. It was all there. Yeah. It was like walking into Shakespeare's.
It was, yeah.
I know there isn't Shakespeare's office as such, but it's like Dickens or somebody like that, and walking into his office, and he's just popped out for a brew. You know?
That's it.
And it was all there, and that was. I had to do it. I had to sit in that chair and just look at his bench, and I sat there for about 15 minutes just looking at the bench.
I was going to say to Brian, we took the die cast and we took the plastic, but there is so much. There was all the paints. He's got a whole tub of Tamiya paint there, X and XFs. So he's got LP. I don't think he sprays with LP. His airbrush was there, wasn't it?
Airbrush, yeah.
And the only thing that was missing was his magic roundabout, but you said one of the families already had that.
When they said initially the magic roundabout, I thought they meant the full TV series magic roundabout, but they know that he called it the magic light. So
that's right, yeah.
Yeah. So they had that. So a lot of we didn't go in there first, by the way. Vernon knew that there was some little... Did you see little Lego models?
Yes, I saw behind the door.
Yeah,
behind the door, yeah.
The grandkids had done, because he's got 32 grandkids. 4 he found out about recently.
Yeah, that was tragic. Yeah.
But they've secured a bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah.
The wooden kits, I don't know what's happened with the wooden kits. I really don't. But they are stunning. Everything's motorised, lights up, play something, tunes.
The problem with YouTube, it's 2D. When you see it 3D, It's totally, the Butnooks are in.
Like the cello playing.
It was, but like, there was 3 packets of Biscoff biscuits
on
his desk,
bench.
on his bench.
Yeah.
Where he left them.
Like I said, it was like he just got up and gone out for a ciggy or a brew or whatever, like.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, the biggest concern I think we had was that Mark would have been up there to that shed and back at least 2 or 3 times a day and stuck the heater on.
Yeah.
Which was a big concern about the plastic kits.
Yeah.
Because of a shed will soon go damp if it's not kept warm. And you could feel a dampness in there.
Dampness in there.
But that's just the natural morning damp or whatever you like. So,
but then I was sat in his chair and there was his extraction fan system.
Yeah.
Full of paint and caustic soda that's gone dry, and it was great. It was great. It really was.
It was like a museum piece in that way.
It was our way of saying goodbye to him.
I don't know whether he was there when Vernon came down and said, "Is that the kettle he makes his tea?" I said, "Christ's sake. Don't make tea in anything that you see in here." There was a kettle there. It was
kettle,
Alrighty. Well, we've had 2 hours. I was surprised. Thanks for being. Thanks for Sean joining us.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, it's been great, mate. I've come to PJ Towers.
DSMC headquarters.
Oh, DSMC.
You get it right.
Dassam headquarters.
Dassam headquarters.
Dassam headquarters. The DSAMAMACASOA.
Nigel said I showed PJ a photo of one of my last builds with a Biscoff on it.
Yeah.
Just on that note, Nigel Ford, who's in the chat, is a big friend of Martin's, and Martin had asked Nigel to do a couple of units and trailers for him.
Yeah.
Now these things are not your normal run of the mill diecast. These are exceptional, and Nigel has asked if we would sell them on Martin's behalf, and there is a reserve price, by the way.
What is it?
50 quid a piece.
50 quid a piece?
Yeah. Reserve price.
Reserve price?
Yeah. Because
that's a bit cheap, isn't it?
I think they're worth it. I mean, the money's going to go to the charity.
I was just saying it's a bit cheap, isn't it? I would have gone for a bit
more. You're hoping that people will bid more.
Yeah.
But
I'll bid £51.25.
There's your opening gambit. I haven't posted the pictures yet. Ian's saying a great stream tonight, guys. You're more than welcome. We didn't even really think we would do anything, did we?
No, it was we didn't do it on the DSMC either. We did say to Brian if he wanted to pop in. But I will come up on a Sunday night proper and actually do a proper Sunday on our
Somebody says brave man go down, says brave man go to SWAT. You've been all right.
That's absolutely fine, mate. I keep looking out the window to see if my van's still there, and
you can't see out that window because it's over the other side.
It's for effect, mate. That was what it was.
It's been fed.
We had a carvery and had 1 or 2 Yorkshire puddings.
How many Yorkshire puddings did you have?
6. With gravy and mint sauce. Oh, there's plenty of pepper.
He said, I'm going to tell. So we both confessed that we had a large carvery.
Yeah.
So himself says, yeah, but you can get an extra 3 Yorkshire puddings for
a pound.
Was it? Yeah.
So I bought 2 lots.
So he brought 2 lots. And then we get to the carvery, and the bloke behind the carvery says, oh, where's your 3 Yorkshire puddings? Do you want a Yorkshire pudding on your plate?
Yeah.
So he starts with 4. Then he eats 2 a man.
Yeah, because I
didn't have one on the plate.
Yeah, that's right. He's never on the plate.
No.
Why not? Because that's the proper one, isn't it?
I know, but they were all the same.
They were all the same. They're big as well, weren't they? Yeah. They're like it. See, they call it a carvery, and I think that goes against trade's description because it was only cauliflower. Carveries need to have cauliflower cheese. If not, it's just a pure roast, isn't it?
It was just peas it was missing, I thought.
Oh, peas was missing as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what a carvery anyway. So bollocks to him. I'm going to Trade Description Act for that one.
There's loads of... I can't be doing Brussels. Anyway, we do digress. So we've had although it's been long, emotional, tiring, we've had a great day, great company.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And hopefully...
I know. I went to a model show as well, didn't I? I went to Peterborough Model Show.
Yeah, you went to the model show, yeah.
I saw a load of friends up there and people.
Well, are you going to report back on that on your own channel?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
Miss Modeler filmed it, I think. So I think Miss Modeler's got about right. I got there at 1 o'clock. No, 2 o'clock. I got there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Spent a couple of hours there talking to folk. I got there at 1. Left about 3:15. Then did an hour and a half. So I did 3.5 hours. 3 hours. Yeah, just under 4 hours to get to Martin's. Half hour to the show, then an hour and a half back.
So you almost U-turned on yourself, did you?
Yeah, but it was all A roads. There was no motorway involved this time. But it was
good. Mos won't mind me saying this. Nobody replaces Martin.
No.
But I am so grateful that Mos has come up. He's the burden, he's the pain, he's the burden a bit.
Yeah.
For the support.
And Brian's been solid.
Brian's been solid.
It's absolutely solid. I'm sad he's not here tonight. I wanted to congratulate him on not hitting me when I'm there trying to get these boxes in. My van is absolutely crammed. I just, and I know that I'm not, I've paid for these models.
Yes, you did.
I've paid a rate for them.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to sort a lot through them. But I'm one with
the family were delighted.
Yeah.
With
and I said that if there's any that I can't sell because I don't think they're good enough to be sold, if there's people who don't mind, think of them like Edard Overtrees. They don't come with the instructions or the decals. There's just plastic. I might just give them away for a donation. And give that to the Dog Trust or something. Yeah. But at the moment, that's what
you've got your work cut out.
We'll have to get outside help.
Yeah.
To it's just but I have paid I paid what I think was a fair price for them anyway. And
so I'm going to do the old YouTuber thing. Right?
What's that?
Get ready for this. It's almost professional.
Oh, here we go.
So, Mos, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on my YouTube channel. Mos6510Models.
And do you have a Twitter?
I do have a Twitter. It's Mos6510Models. Do you have an Instagram? Yes, I do. It's at Mos6510Models.
Yeah, you can send them a postcard if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anything is Mos6510Models. Yeah. Reddit, everything.
Go and find him.
Go and find him.
Go find the DSMC.
Yeah.
Neither of us like this word subscribe. We would like YouTube to change it to
follow.
Agreed.
Because subscribe means that you have to pay.
And you don't have to pay to follow any of the channels that we're involved with. We've got Phil online. We've got some of the guys that've got YouTube channels. We ought to start keeping a list of this and make it more
proactive.
Yeah. So there's still things we're working on behind the scenes, but we have our membership has gone up on Facebook. We're at 455.
We're not quite at half a thousand yet, half a bag of sand yet.
Yeah.
We need to get to 500. So if you've got extra accounts, just follow us on YouTube.
Yeah. Make up an account and follow us on YouTube. Is that legitimate?
Don't know.
Just do it.
You can on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know people do it on YouTube.
Yeah, they do. I've got never mind.
I've got two. I've got one that's my main, and I have one which I test on. That's it.
All right. We'll be back next Sunday with a proper DSMC diorama.
Is it diorama? Is it diorama? Is it?
Yeah,
diorama drama. It's going to be called. Hey, there you go. Diorama drama.
That's what it's here for. The marketing campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
33,000 subscribers.
33,000
subscribers.
All right. Cheers to my
Cheers.
friend.
And to you, mate. God bless you.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time on the DSMC channel to talk about dioramas, hopefully with Brian, Laz, Phil, the gang. We'll hopefully all be
Gary?
there. Luke, possibly.
Luke, quick, Luke in my cookbook. I've lost my phone.
We actually had him back the other night.
Yeah.
So we spoke to him.
He was on a Nokia, but we had him back.
Yeah, no, on his laptop.
It was on a laptop. You got a laptop now, was he?
And I thought, well, why don't you bloody use that all the time?
I'll tell you what.
Really good.
How many times has he got to set up a new YouTube channel?
Who knows? Probably be cool. Anyway, we're rumbling now, and
it's 10 past 11.
All
I
right,
go to bed.
From Mos, from PJ. We'll see you soon. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us in the chat, our regular irregulars, and please donate to the charity fund, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers,